Hello everybody, welcome to Video Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Nikki Novo and I am the author of The Art of You and Me, an inspirational blog for the whimsical type. So today we're going to talk about courage. For those of you who don't know, my background is in media and I'm a fashion beauty shopping writer. So I've interviewed some really amazing people that have taken a small little idea and turned it into a huge business or a huge empire, right? And every time I've met these people, I was always wondered, what is the difference between them and the other people that have ideas that just never followed through with or never made anything out of it? So every time I would interview these people, I would definitely try to throw in that question one way or the other. It would never go to print, but it was just for my own knowledge. And after surveying a lot of people, I've come to realize that what it is courage. And it's not that these people didn't have fear, because they definitely had fear, but their courage was louder and it was stronger, and it kind of, at the end of the day, overruled fear. So I was just thinking about that the other day, and I was like, you know what, that's a really great tool, courage. So I put together 5 tips that I use to find my courage, and that I've noticed by other people as well. For you guys. So I hope that these 5 tips help you out to tap into that place that we all have, where our courage is, and to learn how to use it, okay? So my first tip is to identify that core belief, the thing that actually motivates you, the thing that makes you do what you're doing. And I'll give myself as an example. So every day, I post a blog, and I do these videos, and I write all sorts of things, and it's not very comfortable, definitely, to put yourself out there every day, and I'm soliciting people on Facebook and on Twitter, hoping that they read my posts and that I kind of get the word across. And it might seem like it's easy, but it's not comfortable at the end of the day. Like, you're opening yourself up to criticism, and you're putting yourself out there, and it's not easy. But there is a reason why I do it. There's a belief that I have, and it's a very simple belief, and it might even be romantic, but it's just that at the end of the day, I want to help people. I have done a lot of research. I read a lot of books. I am a forever student, and I just want to share the things that I've learned with other people, so that they can accomplish their dreams and live the life that they're supposed to be living, and everybody deserves a great life, and I have a few tools that I've learned that I just want to teach. So at the end of the day, when there's hard days, I kind of go back to that thought, and it's what keeps me going. It reminds me why I'm doing what I'm doing, and even if it's hard, and even when it feels uncomfortable, I know exactly why I'm doing it. So it's really important for you guys to nail down a clear idea, a clear belief as to why you're doing what you're doing. And it doesn't have to be this super world-changing belief. It could just be as simple as, I want to be happy. And that belief will always bring you back to the feeling of why you're doing what you're doing. So when you do have those hard days, and when on those days that you just want to give up, you go back to that very clear, very simple, but very strong belief. Okay? Number 2, build a product that you love. So, let's say you want to start a blog. Make sure that blog is the best blog that you can put out. Do your research, plan ahead, talk to the people that you need to talk to for, to give you advice, read, just do your research, and you'll feel proud of your blog. So it won't be as scary as if you weren't prepared and you didn't do your research as you are now, because you have done your research. And the product is sometimes yourself. Like, let's say you want to leave your day job and you want to open your own business, or you want to freelance or go off on your own. Make sure that you've planned ahead, that you are in a place that it's such a good place, and you've done your best to get to this place, so that when you actually do it, you're proud of where you are, you're proud of who you are, you know who you are, you feel good about this place. So it's not going to be as scary as if you weren't prepared. Okay? Number 3, be your own cheerleader. This is one of my favorites because I am so hard on myself a lot of the times, and I wasn't until a few years ago that I realized the things that I was telling myself. So when I say be your own cheerleader, I mean pay attention to what you're saying to yourself. Because have you ever had that feeling that you're like, yeah, I'm going to do it, okay, I'm inspired, I'm going to do it, woohoo, I'm going to do it. And then 3 minutes later, all of a sudden you decide that you're not going to do it, and nothing has changed. Well, I'll tell you what happened in those 3 minutes. you yourself told yourself something in your head that, changed your mood. And a lot of times we are our worst enemies. We have these like little sad like beliefs that have been stuck in our head, and we repeat them to ourselves, and we push ourselves down sometimes, and that sucks. So, but the good news is that you can totally change that around. You just have to really pay attention to what you're saying to yourself. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to your best friend. You would never say some of the mean things that you tell yourself. You would never say that to your best friend. So be compassionate with yourself. Make sure that you're being your own cheerleader, that you are encouraging yourself, that you're pushing yourself forward, that you're saying, yes, you can do it, instead of saying those shitty things that we all say to ourselves. Turn it around to something that is going to serve you. Okay? Number 4, you have to have a what's the worst that can happen attitude. And yes, it's a cliche, and yes, it sounds easier said than done, but it's true. At the end of the day, okay, you're going to go and you're going to put yourself out there, you're going to make the move and start, and leave your shitty job and start, accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. What's the worst that's going to happen? Fine, make a list if you want to, or, really, do the pros and cons. If death is not on there, I recommend you to move forward, okay? Because that feeling of never giving yourself the opportunity and hindering yourself from accomplishing that you want to accomplish, that feeling is way worse and will last a lot longer than the feeling of, oh, I got criticized, or, oh, it didn't work out. Like, that will end up going away, and I think it's almost easier to get rid of that. But the feeling of knowing that for your whole life you wanted to do something and you never let yourself doing that, you'll take that to your grave. And nobody wants that. So to me, that feeling is way worse than anything that will make it to your list of cons, okay? So, and my last thing, and I've talked about this before, and I write about it all the time, you have a purpose. And if you are not pursuing your purpose, you are cheating us. You are cheating everybody here, everybody that's watching this video, okay? I was reading this book on how babies actually happen, and I found it to be such a miracle. It is a miracle that you are here. It really, really is. Again, it's romantic again, I know, but it's so hard to make you actually happen, and for you to have the desire to do something, it is your if you have the desire, it is your responsibility to follow through. It is, period. I have nothing else to say but that. If you have the desire, you must do, because if you're not doing, then you're cheating yourself and you're cheating everybody around here. Okay, the world would not be the same if it weren't for you. As little as you may seem, and we are, yes, we are very little in this huge world, but every little step we make counts. It really does. Every thought that we have, every time we interact with somebody kindly, like, that counts. That counts. Okay, so you being happy is very important to me. Not because I'm me, but just because it helps. It helps the world. So you need to do. Okay? So there you go, guys. Those are my tips on courage. Just do. Just go. And know that you are supposed to do it. So go. All right? If you have any questions or any comments, go down on the bottom and write your little comment. You can always email me. Thank you again so much for listening. And I wish you lots of success and love. And I know you can. So go for it. All right? Talk to you soon.